Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 18 of On Air. Today, we are joined by my two team members from Lux, Victor Sanchez and Claudia Cano, and I'm so excited to have you guys. That was really synchronized. That was nice. I'm really excited to have you guys join me today and to share some of the programming that you're working on. Everybody's tuning in for these, but we have so many exciting things already happening and coming out. And, you know, we also love seeing your faces. We get to see them at events, and I think everybody was thirsty for some Victor and some Claudia. So I'm excited that you guys are here. Victor, I wanted to start with you. Maybe you can tell us about some of the programming you've been working on.
Well, before we start, thank you, Husha. It's great that you're giving us the time to talk a little bit about what we've been doing the last 2 months. We all have to we have to learn new skills. We have to adapt, evolve, since we don't have a physical space. But we have been trying to be creative. And one of the programmings that we've been working on is podcasts. So I want to talk a little bit about that. Since we have to adapt our work to a digital era, we found interesting to be able to share a little bit more about our mission, which is pretty much becoming accessible to the public. And not only that, but empowering the artists, the live artists. So I just want to go really quick to a presentation that I have, just to talk a little bit about what's going to be happening. So if you want to share your screen. So the first artist that we're going to be interviewing through this podcast is Santiago Kesnel. He's a previous artist that exhibited in Lux, I think in 2017. So in some way, this podcast is going to be an opportunity to go back and revisit artists that were here in our space, but at the same time to, reach a new audience, which is, I guess, new artists. That's Santiago Kesnel. We also will be interviewing Chiacho and Janone. They were part of our artist in residency at the beginning of the year. So we're very happy to, bring these opportunity to speak with them, but in this case in Spanish, that will bring another connection to the Spanish speakers. So very excited for that. Griselda Rosas, she's an artist that works in the border of Tijuana and San Diego. She was here also at the beginning of the year. And, we're very exciting to start these conversations, casual conversations, going back in their careers, a little bit about their history, their background, stories that hopefully inspires the public in general, but also give us the opportunity to be still connected with Lux, which is what we love.
Victor, I am so excited about this program that you're doing. All three of us are English as a second language, and I think, we understand the struggle of expressing yourself the way you want to in a language that's not your first. And I think it's really exciting to give an opportunity to the amazing artists that we've had at Lux to really get to express themselves. And for, a big part of the San Diego community is exactly like that. Spanish is their first language. So it's exciting to be reaching those audiences. So really excited. I have to learn Spanish. It will happen. But it's a good motivator, this podcast. So I'm excited. We'll talk a little bit more, but I would like to pass it over to Claudia Cano to tell us a little bit more about her program.
Oh. Well, hi, everybody. Thank you, Husha, for inviting me. Hello, Victor. Hello, everybody at home. I'm Claudia Cano, the Education Director at Lux Art Institute, and we have exciting programming coming along. We had to switch to virtual long distance learning experience. And so far, we have been able to offer the classes that we were able to teach in person with the help with amazing artists like Bailey Davenport that she teaches. Actually, our new program is coming along. The classes were over last week, and we're offering now, which is a different model of a workshop class session. It's a 2-hour once a week in different days. Bailey's is on Monday for 2 hours. And what I like about the classes, Husha, is that we have always been able to personalize them, but now a day we are looking for a meaningful expression. And we've been very, very lucky to have students registering, and it's very exciting. So the class starts on Monday, and the next session, it's already, registration is online, so you can do it, and our fees are very feasible, so you can do it. That's AiRIEL, and she's awesome too. She's our star. She's been working and teaching for Lux for many years, and she's doing wheel throwing. Yes, we are teaching through Zoom and wheel throwing. We've been lucky to have such an amazing community, especially in ceramics. So we are very, very excited to do curbside pickup, services, following obviously the guidelines of the city of Encinitas and CDC. So we're doing it very well. It's going so, well and exciting. I think that people need to do something creative, talking about second language, something creative during this time, and, hands-on on a wheel throwing experience. It's been very successful. So that's on Tuesdays, and AiRIEL does it with multiple cameras, so the demos are great. And what we do is like we record the classes, and after the class, if there's something that students want to review, they can do it. Obviously, is through a link that we provide, and it's just an amazing experience. We also have Jasmine KASEM. She's an amazing artist, graduated from UCSD, and she is teaching. This is a new class. I would love to take, but it's on Wednesday in the middle of my day, but I'm gonna try to do it because it's about, her main medium, which is textile. So she'll be teaching her secrets about how to create from home with your own materials, textiles. And she's so amazing too that I'm sure that people will love to see and learn about her techniques and process. We also have another class with Bailey, and Bailey teaches drawing as well as collage. And we have samples. I guess that we have some samples that we put in the slides with amazing works from students. And Bailey is teaching drawing, and it's one-on-one class, very small classes. The fees are very different from, in-person class, but we're able to connect and be more person to person, although it's online. We are very excited to offer classes and being, connected with our community. And now we have a new program that I'm very excited. Thinking about connecting with the community and being more democratic, we have a series on online lessons that everybody can take. They are very, very fun to do. They are linked with the artist in residence practice. So inspired after their practice, we dive in to do lesson plans where you can make a mask. Right now it's Kenan Selesnik. So we're teaching, there you go. That's our teaching artist, Justin McHugh. And he is now, we're gonna air that class on Tuesday or Wednesday. Have to make sure. And you can see it, you can follow us on Instagram, the IGTV, or also on our website. You can download the lesson plan and print it and do it with your kids or just yourself. Or you can do it also, you can follow us on YouTube. So we have all three mediums, all three forms of learning experience, just to be engaged with the community. And what else do I have? Surprise. We have our virtual summer camp, and you can sign up for registration. That's amazing. We're going to do it virtual. Also, we are going to offer curbside pickup materials. Yeah, it's included. We're doing it very well. We are like preparing everything. Probably by the next couple of weeks, we'll have a surprise with, registration. We're very excited to do it. It's just, I know that it's a time for us to recap And it's a scary time, but it's also our responsibility in the education department to offer ways, different ways to educate. So we're like very excited, and for kids, you know, from ages 5 to 15, they'll be very excited. I'm sure. I promise. So yeah, this is education at Lux. Thank you, Kisha.
Thank you so much, Claudia. It's really exciting. And I think, you know, it's such a great thing. We hear of a lot of parents that are, it's a struggle having to be a teacher and a parent. And I think it's such a great programming that you're providing with a lesson plan, something that's easy, creative. And I think it's really exciting. They can do that over and over again with different variations. And so I think it's really great. And online classes is, you know, the new thing we're really having to adapt to a new time. So
yeah.
Thank you both so much.
Oh, sorry. It's like I'm excited because I'm excited to like see the list of teaching artists that we have, the lineup teachers that we have, and they are sharing their practice. They're going to be sharing their own practice with the kids, which is just a one-time experience. You know, like if you want to make scenes, you'll learn how to do it from a professional. That's what they do, right? So it's something fun.
Well, and that's so great. You know, the whole thing about our residency program is that you get to see the artist, interact with them, and that trickles down into the education department as well, where we have really amazing local artists that are, you know, doing this work, and getting to learn from that is really nice. I want to also open up questions to the community. If you have any questions for Victor or Claudia, now is the time. But I would love to kind of hear how you guys have been. Tell us, you know, what have you been doing? What is life like for you right now?
It's been definitely time to have reflection, time to really think what it matters and adapt to, you know, working from home, which is something new for us. We definitely miss the interaction with the public, you know, with the students, with the teachers. But I think this is a time that we can develop new skills. This is a time where we can reconnect with the people that we love, but also get creative. So I think that's what's happening with us. We have to become very creative to continue offering the programming that we were doing in the past. And it's exciting to see the results because we've been experiencing, you know, new interactions, new engagement with people that is far from us, but now in some way they are connected. So we love being in communication with you guys, and please follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Those are great opportunities to be informed of what's happening, but also we want you to feel that have the opportunity to also share what you are learning, what you feel that will be interesting for us to offer.
Yeah, so, and to give us feedback as well. You know, leave your comments on our videos, send us emails, tell us what you like and don't like. And, you know, we're really interested because we don't get the face on FaceTime with you now. You know, we are trying to find other ways to make sure that we know what our community wants. So leave your comments, and yeah. Sorry, back to you, Victor.
No, that's pretty much it. I miss you both, and I hope you know, we continue working the same way that we're doing, because we have to adapt really quick. It was like,
it was overnight. Yeah, and for instance, in my department, we had to cancel a spring break camp. And it was very sad and very difficult to, you know, reach out to parents and tell them that we couldn't do it because of, you know, like the measurements, the new measurements, but now it's different. So I think that we are also adapting as a society. And, you know, something that I'm really enjoying working for Lux is that we have a solid team and we are communicating all the time. I think that more than ever, we always had ways to communicate. And, you know, if whoever is watching us right now, you know, we have the campus and we have 2 different buildings. And in order for us to see each other, we have to walk, you know, up the hill or down the hill. But now it's like just a simple, you know, Slack, which is like the formal way of texting. and we're there. So I like that. We also have meetings, and I know that we have a very solid team. We are, you know, I think that it's a struggle for everybody, but we have been able to adapt, as Victor said. So I'm fortunate. I feel fortunate to have you.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. I think it's interesting because all these tools that we have with technology have been there, but for some reason we were not using it as much as we are now, which I think we are lucky to have them. It's just a matter of really, you know, jump in and really try to figure it out how to use it in your benefit.
Yeah, and I think it's sometimes in times like this where it's really challenging that we have to push our innovation. And I think all the things that we're learning now we'll definitely keep using as we move forward and when we are open again to the public. And you know, these are all platforms that we'll keep using and team building. And so we have a couple of questions come in. Also, Lisa Kuhn said that we're doing a great job and she misses her liaison time. And we miss you too, Lisa. It's always lovely having you. You're such a wonderful person. Sorry. I'm so weird. My bad. So here's
You have to do notes.
I know.
It's something that we like.
Well, you know, it's actually nice finally having other faces on the other side that know me as well. So we have a question from Laura. What inspired you to be an artist? I think that can be for both of you.
Ooh, because we're artists.
Yes.
Like when we're not doing, you know, we're not working at Lux, we're also active artists and we haven't stopped working. What inspires me? Oh my gosh, that's a deep question. Life, just life, you know, like I just started yesterday communicating with a really cool friend of mine, and we're going to start doing a collaboration. And we don't know, I mean, we have some guidelines of how to collaborate, but it's open and I'm excited because, you know, we're like, okay, we both work for institutions. It's like, but we need to push it. So what's going to be? And I don't know. That's something that, you know, I'm very excited. And I've been able to continue my art as well as, you know, other institutions have invited me to create work for, you know, donation or for anyways, demonstrations. And yeah, I feel lucky. And hopefully, you know, I'm healthy and my family is healthy and everybody at Lux is healthy. So we'll continue. I know,
right? What about you, Victor?
Do I have to answer that too?
I mean, I think this question is addressed to both of you.
No.
But you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I'm happy to. I think what inspires us, everything. It's difficult not try to be creative when you are surrounded by so much art. In this case, working with Lux, we are always in some way influenced by the culture, by the you know, creativity of the people that work with us. I've been thinking a lot about that because we have had more time, right, with us. And I've been asking myself why it's important that I create or that I try to make, you know, art. And I think I found very interesting that it's communication. It's so important for me to be communicate what I feel, what I think, and have that dialogue between the people that had the opportunity to see your work and then engage with them. So it's for me, it's all about communication. No matter what the media, no matter what the practice is, there's always something that you can get from an art piece, an artwork.
Definitely. And the next question, and I'll have it be the last question, what do you like and love about working at Lux?
Oh my gosh. I have an idea and no one stops me. It's like, make it happen. So I have a great team. I hope that they're like watching, Justin, Veronica, Amber, and the education department. And we just put our minds together. Now, you know, we are recording lessons and we are like very careful how to do it and, you know, following protocol. But now we go live and we're like facing the camera and I'm excited. You know, every day is nerve-wracking sometimes. I don't know if I'm, you know, the day is going to last. and I have to like fulfill the hours. But what I like is the ideas that I have, they are validated, and the projects that I have in mind, they are fulfilled and engaging the community. So I think that the mission is accomplished, the mission and the vision in my department, and I just love it. I'm very excited.
Great. What do I love about working at Lux? I think a lot of things, but it's always, there's always something going on here. There's always a new artist. There's always a new exhibition. There's always a new talk, artist talk, a new class, and what comes from there is just it's my passion. Being surrounded by being surrounded by all these creative people. So I think it's not difficult for me to work here because I got that energy of every artist and student that passed through or his space.
Yeah. Well, no, I want to add to that, you know, I really feel that our team is very much another family as well. You know, we have our ups and downs, but in wonderful ways and creative ways, and pushing each other to, you know, do better and to do interesting and to challenge. And I think, you know, it's really nice and a really great way to work. And yeah, I love working with you guys. It's really great. So I think that will be it for today. But if you are interested in, so Victor's program will be on Wednesdays, right, Victor?
Wednesdays,
yeah.
2 Wednesdays of the month. We'll be presenting the first 2 episodes at the end of the month. And then after that, we'll go mid-June and then the end of June.
Yeah. And then also, if you're interested in the classes, check out our website, visit our education section and see what classes are all being offered. Sign up for those, and then keep an eye out for Tuesday or Wednesday. Claudia said she wasn't sure yet, for the Art at Home episodes on Instagram, so that you get projects at home. Sorry, my cat is always every at 2 o'clock. All right, well, thank you so much, guys. It was really nice having you here today, and I will see you soon, I'm sure. And everybody else, I will see you next week for a new episode of On Air.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Take care.